I feel like I really understand that we have a responsibility to change the narrative. And I think at that stage, those moments of doubt just pop into your head.
Camilla fumes after Princess Beatrice is secretly named Royal Regent over her. Princess Beatrice, a young royal once nowhere near the spotlight, has unexpectedly moved up in royal power dynamics to become Royal Regent over Queen Camilla. King Charles III took the crown on May 6, 2023, after Queen Elizabeth II's death on September 8, 2022. This change has brought surprising developments to the monarchy's structure. Royal sources confirm that Princess Beatrice became a counselor of state among Queen Camilla when King Charles III ascended to the throne. The situation becomes most important because Beatrice, now expecting her second child with Edoardo Mapelli Mozzi, has received this elevated role without being a working royal. She's carved out a successful private life, unlike her younger sister, Princess Eugenie, while keeping her royal ties intact. The law states that counselors of state must include the sovereign spouse and the next 4 people in succession who are over 21. This explains Beatrice's eligibility, even though she and Prince William took different paths in their young lives. British law dictates that a regent takes over if a monarch becomes permanently incapacitated. The law also strengthens designated counselors to act on the monarch's behalf during temporary incapacity or absence from the UK. This legal structure has placed Beatrice in a position of most important responsibility despite her non-working royal status. Queen Camilla's reaction to this development has reportedly been one of fury. King Charles names Princess Beatrice as Royal Regent. King Charles III made a startling move by naming Princess Beatrice as Royal Regent. He bypassed his wife Queen Camilla for this vital position of power. The monarch's decision comes at a delicate time as he continues cancer treatments that led to medical complications. Unexpected move amid King's health treatment. The monarch's health raised growing concerns after he spent time in hospital Thursday. His ongoing cancer treatment caused temporary side effects. Buckingham Palace called it a most minor bump in a road that is very much heading in the right direction. The whole ordeal forced him to cancel his scheduled Birmingham tour on Friday. This hospital visit sped up succession planning, and Princess Beatrice emerged as the surprising choice for regent. British law states a regent would control royal duties if the monarch becomes permanently incapacitated. Princess Beatrice now stands in a unique spot among potential regents. If King Charles requires a regent, that role would currently fall to Prince William, as it is the next adult of full age in the succession who is called upon first, noted one royal constitutional expert. After Harry on the list of regents is Prince Andrew, followed by Princess Beatrice, and then Princess Eugenie. Sources close to the palace say King Charles made an unprecedented choice to name Princess Beatrice as his regent. This move skips the traditional order. His decision stands out because Princess Beatrice Young, adulthood, mostly stayed away from full-time royal duties. Prince William, her cousin, trained for future leadership since childhood. The king's health concerns coincided with Princess Beatrice's growing visibility in the family. She visited her uncle after his cancer diagnosis. These conversations about her future role might have started some time ago. Official announcement and public reaction. Palace officials confirmed through proper channels that Princess Beatrice would take on regency responsibilities if the king cannot fulfill his duties. This marks a significant promotion from her current role as one of the king's counselors of state. Her position as counselor of state already allows her to carry out most, but crucially not all, of the sovereign's official duties during short-term absences, where a regency is considered to be unnecessary. She can attend meetings of the Privy Council, sign routine documents, and also receive the credentials of new ambassadors to the United Kingdom on a temporary basis if the monarch is ill or abroad. Royal watchers expressed mixed reactions, showing surprise at choosing Beatrice over senior royals. Social media buzzed with comparisons between Prince William and Princess Beatrice Young careers. Many pointed out their different paths, despite both being Queen Elizabeth II's grandchildren. This decision reshapes the monarchy's power structure according to constitutional experts. The 1937 Regency Act set specific roles based on succession lines. Beatrice's appointment, though unusual, stays within legal bounds, royal sources explain. The roles created under the 1937 Regency Act are given to the monarch's spouse and the next 4 adults in the line of succession over the age of 21. Beatrice qualifies because, though Beatrice is currently 9th in the line of succession, she is the 4th adult over 21. A regent's role means more constitutional powers than a counselor of state when a monarch becomes incapacitated. Counselors handle routine matters during brief absences, but a regent would act as the king in almost all constitutional functions. Beatrice stepped up her royal engagements over the last several years, unlike her Princess Beatrice's younger sister, Eugenie, who kept a lower profile. Her growing involvement in royal duties and legal eligibility under the Regency Act paved the way for this unexpected rise in status and responsibility within the royal family. Why was Camilla overlooked for the regency role? Queen Camilla's exclusion from the regency role shows the constitutional constraints that bind even a monarch's wife. The decision to name Princess Beatrice Young royal as regent instead of Camilla highlights the strict legal framework that governs succession planning in the British monarchy. Legal limitations of Camilla's position, constitutional nature of her role, explains Camilla's exclusion. The Queen Consort doesn't share the sovereign's powers, and removing the consort part of her title doesn't change this basic limitation. Her official duties remain ceremonial rather than constitutional, despite her elevated status. Her role includes: she accompanies the monarch to official engagements where people address her as Her Royal Highness. She serves as a counselor of state among the next 4 royals in the line of succession. She carries out limited duties on Charles's behalf when he is ill or abroad. These counselor responsibilities don't go beyond attending Privy Council meetings, signing routine documents, and receiving the credentials of new ambassadors to the United Kingdom. Such powers are nowhere near those a regent holds. The legal framework creates a unique situation where Princess Beatrice Young's position in the succession line gives her more constitutional importance than the Queen Consort in certain cases. Camilla can determine if the king needs a regent due to incapacity, but she can't become that regent herself. This difference shows how the monarchy values blood succession over marriage status. The constitutional structure explains why Prince William and Princess Beatrice Young's positions differ from Camilla's. Their places in succession give them regency roles that marriage to the monarch can't provide. UK law states that regency belongs to the next eligible person in succession who meets the age requirements. Historical precedent for consorts in regency. British history shows a clear pattern about royal consorts and regency powers. The monarch's wife traditionally becomes queen consort, as seen with Queen Elizabeth's mother during King George VI's reign. This honorary position never came with regency authority. Royal history lacks examples of consorts wielding real power. Male consorts faced even tighter restrictions. Prince Albert remains the only person who held the title of Prince Consort as Queen Victoria's husband, from 1837 to 1901. Royal officials once suggested the title Princess Consort, but it never materialized. The Regency Acts have always limited consorts' powers. Princess Beatrice's younger sister, Eugenie, and other young royals might qualify for various roles, but tradition dictates that regency belongs to direct heirs rather than those who married into the family. Camilla's path to becoming queen wasn't always clear. Palace officials stated for years that she intended to be known as Princess Consort, not the traditional Queen Consort after Charles became king. Her uncertain title reflected broader questions about her constitutional role. Public surprise at Princess Beatrice Young Royal's potential regent status stems from this confusion about Camilla's position. Many people assumed the king's wife would naturally step in if Charles couldn't rule. The legal framework separates the consort's ceremonial role from regency's constitutional powers. The British monarchy has kept this distinction through centuries of changing attitudes toward divorce and remarriage. Princess Beatrice's eye color and other personal details might interest the public, but her succession line position gives her more constitutional importance than the Queen Consort in regency matters. What powers does a royal regent hold? The UK's legal framework for royal succession gives anyone serving as regent extensive powers. This makes Princess Beatrice's reported appointment a big deal. The precise legal mechanisms that activate during a monarch's incapacity need careful analysis. Definition and scope of regency under UK law. King George VI's reign saw the introduction of the Regency Act of 1937. This 86-year-old framework governs royal succession during periods of incapacity. The legislation activates a regent's role if the monarch becomes incapable for the time being of performing the royal functions due to infirmity of mind or body. A regent automatically assumes control if the throne passes to someone under 18 years of age. The sovereign's incapacity must be declared in writing by at least 3 officials: the sovereign's spouse, the Lord Chancellor, the Speaker of the House of Commons, the Lord Chief Justice, and the Master of the Rolls. The appointed regent must take and subscribe oaths before the Privy Council. Regents wield almost all constitutional powers of the monarch, with 2 exceptions. They can't approve any bill that changes the order of succession to the crown. They also can't modify an act securing the Protestant religion and Presbyterian church government. The regent's authority continues until the monarch recovers or reaches 18 years of age in case of a minor sovereign. Prince William would step in as regent if King Charles needed one, being the next adult in line. The position would pass to Prince Harry, then Prince Andrew, and finally to Princess Beatrice Young if William wasn't available. This puts Beatrice in a position of massive constitutional importance, despite her low-profile royal role compared to Prince William and Princess Beatrice Young careers that took very different directions. How counselors of state function in practice. Counselors of state handle temporary situations when the monarch falls ill briefly or leaves the United Kingdom. The law states these counselors must include the sovereign's spouse and the next 4 people in succession who are over 21. Queen Camilla, Prince William, Prince Harry, Prince Andrew, Princess Beatrice, Princess Anne, and Prince Edward make up the current group. Royal functions require at least 2 counselors of state to act together. Their powers include attending Privy Council meetings, signing routine documents, receiving credentials of new ambassadors to the United Kingdom. Their authority has clear limits. Commonwealth matters, parliament dissolution, except on monarchs' direct orders, peer creation, and prime minister appointments remain off limits. This is nowhere near the authority of a regent who exercises almost all royal functions independently. Queen Elizabeth II's reign saw counselors of state appointed more than 100 times. These appointments helped facilitate her international travel. The Queen Mother and Princess Margaret made history in February 1974 when they declared a state of emergency and dissolved Parliament as counselors. Princess Beatrice's Counselor of State position presents an unusual case. Palace sources point out that, in practice, only working members of the royal family are called upon to act as counselors of state. Neither Princess Beatrice's younger sister, Eugenie, nor Beatrice has traditionally been a working royal, which makes her potential elevation to regent remarkable. George V created the Counselor of State role in 1911. This position ensures continuity during brief periods when a full regency would be unnecessary. King Charles's permanent incapacity would transfer the broader regency powers to his designated successor, reportedly Princess Beatrice, and reshape the monarchy's power structure completely. How Beatrice qualifies for the role. Despite not being a working royal, Princess Beatrice's rise as a potential regent shows an interesting twist in constitutional law that has elevated a non-working royal to substantial responsibility. Legal mechanisms, not her public royal duties, define this unique position. Her position in the line of succession. Princess Beatrice stands 9th in line to the British throne, which gives her constitutional importance beyond her public role. She started as 5th in line, but moved down when Prince William and Prince Harry's children were born. The current line of succession, after Queen Elizabeth II's death and King Charles III's ascension, places her behind 1. The Prince of Wales, Prince William II, Prince George of Wales, 3. Princess Charlotte of Wales, 4. Prince Louis of Wales, 5. The Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry, 6. Prince Archie of Sussex, 7. Princess Lilibet of Sussex, 8. The Duke of York. Prince Andrew, her position as the 4th adult over 21 in the succession line carries substantial constitutional weight. Yes, it is this technical detail that qualifies her for major royal responsibilities, even without official working royal status, as she follows Prince William, Prince Harry, and Prince Andrew, her appointment as Counselor of State. King Charles III's ascension automatically made Beatrice a Counselor of State. The 1937 Regency Act clearly defines this role, which includes the monarch's spouse and the next 4 adults in the line of succession over the age of 21. The current counselors of state are Queen Camilla as sovereign spouse, Prince William, Prince Harry, Prince Andrew, Princess Beatrice, Princess Anne, and Prince Edward joined through the 2022 amendment to the Regency Acts. The royal website states that, in practice, only working members of the royal family are called upon to act as counselors of state. Beatrice, Prince Harry, and Prince Andrew remain official counselors despite not being working royals. This difference shows the gap between constitutional requirements and day-to-day royal operations. Comparison with Prince William and Princess Beatrice young roles. The Prince William and Princess Beatrice young paths showcase the monarchy's adaptability. William's childhood prepared him for kingship with increasing public duties. Beatrice managed to keep a more private life while meeting constitutional obligations. Both received similar education and royal protocol training in their youth. Their adult paths took different turns. William stepped into full-time royal duties immediately. Beatrice built a career outside the royal family while keeping her constitutional position. Beatrice's Princess Beatrice, younger sister, Eugenie, has no official constitutional role. Beatrice's succession line position grants her automatic duties, creating an unusual scenario where a non-working royal holds key constitutional authority. These dynamics will shift as younger royals grow up. Prince George becomes a counselor of state in 2034, Princess Charlotte in 2036, and Prince Louis in 2039. These changes will move Beatrice away from constitutional duties gradually. For now, her position shows how blood ties to the monarch outweigh working status in constitutional matters. What this means for the line of succession. Princess Beatrice's potential role as regent shows how the royal family's dynamics are changing, especially for its youngest members. This creates an interesting transition period that will last until Prince George grows into his constitutional roles. Effect on Prince George, Charlotte, and Louis. The Wales children are next in line to the throne after their father. Prince George is second in line. His siblings, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis, are third and fourth respectively. Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, help their children prepare for their future constitutional duties. Royal expert Robert Jobson said, "It's all about William now, and him preparing Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis for their future roles in the next decade or so." Their parents understand the unique pressures each child will face in the monarchy. The children grow up knowing about their future duties. George's parents take careful steps to introduce him to royal duties. He recently attended a tea party for veterans with his parents to commemorate the 80th anniversary of VE Day, while his siblings stayed home. Former BBC royal correspondent Jenny Bond sees this as a great learning experience. It may be the only opportunity George will ever have of speaking to men and women who served their king and country during the war. Charlotte and Louis face their own challenges while training for public duties. George prepares to become king, but Charlotte must juggle the role of being the spare with a career. Charlotte has shown interest in nursing after learning about the NHS from her father. Her career choice could break from traditional royal roles, much as Princess Beatrice Young. Life developed beyond full-time royal duties. Future implications. When George turns 21, July 2031 marks a big change when Prince George turns 18 and can take on certain royal duties. His 21st birthday in 2034 will make him a counselor of state automatically. Charlotte will get this position in 2036 and Louis in 2039. These changes will reshape Princess Beatrice Young's role in the royal framework. She currently ranks 4th among adults over 21 in the line of succession, giving her constitutional importance. Each Wales child's coming of age will change her current position. The Regency Acts state that if a monarch becomes unable to rule, the regency goes to the next adult in line. Prince William would take this role, now followed by Prince Harry, if living in the UK, Prince Andrew, and Princess Beatrice. George could become regent at 18 if his father couldn't serve. This is not the same as being a counselor of state, which needs members to be 21 years old. The Wales children will carry on a centuries-old tradition through these future duties. Unlike Princess Beatrice's younger sister, Eugenie, who has no formal constitutional role, the Wales children will step into increasingly important positions in the monarchy's structure. How Camilla reportedly reacted to the decision. Queen Camilla's reaction to Princess Beatrice's appointment has revealed deep emotions running through the royal household. The Queen Consort showed her strong disapproval after learning about the decision. She worried about the royal image and family relationships. Sources close to the Queen Consort speak out. Royal insiders say Camilla has doubts about Princess Beatrice young royal's connection to her father, Prince Andrew. His scandal-filled past might hurt the monarchy's reputation. A source said Camilla felt angry about King Charles and Prince William's choices regarding Beatrice's new role. This isn't the first time others have overruled Camilla on key royal decisions. A new royal biography reveals she didn't want King Charles to tell the public about his cancer diagnosis. The king ended up sharing the news anyway, because he believed it would help other men with similar symptoms seek medical help. Palace sources say Camilla feels pushed aside, especially now that the York family, including Princess Beatrice's younger sister, Eugenie, might get more power within the monarchy. She worries about Prince Andrew's scandal damaging the royal image, Princess Eugenie's links to the Sussexes, the York family branch's loyalty, tensions within the royal household. Beatrice's appointment has made existing family conflicts worse. King Charles and Prince William have warned Queen Camilla about how she treats Beatrice. Power struggles lie at the heart of these tensions. William wants to keep the monarchy focused on the Windsors, while Camilla looks out for her family's interests. This creates problems whenever the family must decide on royal duties. Palace whispers suggest loyalty concerns led Camilla to cut ties with Princess Beatrice Young Royal and her sister. This split has upset Beatrice deeply and raises questions about her future royal duties despite her official position. Camilla's own changing role adds another layer to this situation. She didn't mind dropping the consort part of her title before the coronation, even as the palace debated it internally. Yet she seems less flexible about Beatrice's new responsibilities. Could this spark a shift in the monarchy's power structure? Princess Beatrice's unexpected rise has raised questions about King Charles's vision of a simplified royal family. This could signal a major power change within the monarchy. The royal institution faces heightened scrutiny about its structure and future path. Slimmed-down monarchy under pressure. King Charles's dream of a more compact working royal family faces mounting challenges since becoming king. His original plan centered around Charles Camilla, William Catherine Harry, and Meghan. The Sussexes' departure and Prince Andrew's forced withdrawal from duties have severely compromised this vision. The active working royals now include the King and Queen, the Prince and Princess of Wales, the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, the Princess Royal, the Duke of Kent. This smaller group struggles to maintain the monarchy's traditional visibility. The King's cancer diagnosis has put additional strain on the institution's capacity. Previously overlooked members like Princess Beatrice Young, Royal, now receive consideration for more significant roles. Calls to reinstate sidelined royals like Eugenie and Beatrice. The public increasingly supports expanding royal duties beyond current working members. Royal experts note that Princess Eugenie and Beatrice Young professional careers have equipped them well for potential royal service. Their professional skills and viewpoints could modernize the institution unlike their cousins. Constitutional experts suggest the York sisters could bridge tradition and modernity effectively. Princess Beatrice, younger sister. Eugenie champions environmental causes, while Beatrice's technology sector experience represents areas where the monarchy could connect with younger generations. Beatrice's reported regency appointment might represent more than a constitutional necessity. This could mark the start of a broader royal power reconfiguration. The boundaries between working and non-working royals seem more flexible now. King Charles might abandon his streamlined model and adopt a more inclusive approach that taps into the potential of previously overlooked family members. What happens next in the regency debate? The unfolding saga surrounding Princess Beatrice's potential regency marks a critical crossroads for the British monarchy. It pits rigid constitutional law against raw family politics, exposing deep-seated tensions within the House of Windsor, and challenging King Charles's long-held vision of a streamlined institution. What happens next hinges on two volatile factors: the king's health and the monarchy's ability to navigate this internal power struggle. Whether this reported appointment is merely a constitutional footnote driven by necessity or the first step in a major realignment of royal power remains to be seen. As the public watches, the royal family must confront whether its future lies in a smaller, more focused group of working royals or a more inclusive structure that embraces the constitutional roles of family members like Princess Beatrice. For now, the debate over the regency has laid bare the monarchy's delicate balance between historic precedent and the pressing realities of a modern royal family in transition.